Yo, what's good, people? It's your boy Chance Cortez, and I'm warning you as always, watch out for those crabs in a bucket. But anyway, I'm here today with a very, very important subject, and this subject matter happens to have taken place around me and people that I know. And even though it doesn't involve me directly, so I'm not even going to front on that matter, but it still it bothers my heart and my soul because I know these individuals. I remember the situation when it first happened and had no idea 20 some odd years later I would be sitting here discussing this situation and this matter. But anyway, I'm not going to say anymore, and I'm going to let the film speak for itself.
Dontae Sharpe, the oldest of 4 brothers, stepped into a provider role at a really early age.
My brother was my superhero.
Then, on February 12, 1994, alleged drug deal gone bad, a wealthy white man was shot dead.
Witnesses pointed the finger at Dontae, and he was convicted of first-degree murder and sentenced to life in prison without parole. His supporters believe the eyewitness accounts and physical evidence tell 2 different stories.
Dontae Sharpe didn't do it, so the person who shot him is out.
But 2 different witnesses came forward, claiming Dontae was the triggerman.
She said, "You did it, I saw it."
Now his supporters have asked the governor, the attorney general, and the Pitt County district attorney to review Dontae's case.
Right now is a critical time in Dontae's fight for freedom. This is the moment that can determine his fate.
Free Dontae Sharpe! Win! Here!
Dontae Sharpe has now spent more years in prison as an innocent man than in freedom. Yes. 19, a teenager. Jesus. The Innocent Project and Wrongful Convictions Clinic at Duke has worked on this case for 10 years. Now I want you to understand this. The best lawyers in the country, from one of the best institutions in the country, examine this case. The problem is we have the facts, but we do not have political leaders with the moral courage to face the facts. Dontae was convicted and there was no physical evidence that implicated Dontae Sharpe in these crimes.
That's right.
No physical evidence to the weapons, to the scene of the crime, and nothing that placed him at the scene. Number 2, the prosecution relied on false witness accounts. She was 14 years old. Her account was inconsistent with physical evidence. And even the state's theory, their theory didn't even fit Dontae Sharpe. And 2 months after the trial, she recanted. And is still recanting to this day. Number 3, since the trial, witnesses in Mr. Sharpe's case have given sworn testimony. This is multiple witnesses now, that the police manipulated or coerced their statements. Number 4, we know that there was withheld evidence. There was a polygraph test administered to the 14-year-old witness before trial, and the polygraph test came out inconclusive, despite the testimony of the lead detective to the court that the polygraph assured him of the accuracy of her test. In other words, the lead detective went into the case and said the polygraph test said she was telling the truth, when we have found out that the polygraph test actually was inconclusive. Number 5, there were alibis who could have vouched for where Dontae Sharpe was. Now you would say they were never brought to court. No, they were never even interviewed. Wow. It's not that they weren't brought to court, they weren't even interviewed. Number 6, the lead detective in the Sharpe case testified that they did not write anything down unless it led to the suspect.
Wow.
Number 7, very probable and likely alternative suspects were ignored and not pursued. You know a man's innocent. You lie on the stand. You refuse to write down evidence. You coerce the witnesses. You select what you're going to use. And then you know somebody else did it. And you refuse to pursue them because in your mindset, any black boy will do. That is what is a reality. This man should not be behind concrete walls.
That's right.
While we are out here standing in the sunshine. I visited Dontae on 3 occasions. Even on the inside, you can see people who know that he's innocent. He's been a model prisoner, and he refused when the state offered him a plea bargain to plead guilty to something he knew he did not do.
That's right.
That is another mark of his integrity. Dontae could be out if he would simply say, I did it, knowing he did not do it.
That's right.
Now, ain't but one way forward.
Tell it.
Free Dontae Sharpe.
That's
Free
right.
Dontae Sharpe.
Free it.
Free Dontae Sharpe.
DA, free him.
Free Dontae Sharpe.
Governor, free him.
Free Dontae Sharpe.
Free Dontae Sharpe.
Attorney General, free him.
Free Dontae Sharpe.
Repent.
Free Dontae Sharpe.
Free Dontae Sharpe! Free Dontae Sharpe! Free Dontae Sharpe! Now! Now! Free Dontae Sharpe! Free Dontae Sharpe!